Hi, my name is Paul Livesey, Director of Sport here at Edinburgh Academy. Today we're going to be chatting with Rita Venermo, our Director of Netball, who is recently back from Gibraltar. We're going to find out a little bit more about what makes her tick and what her sporting aspirations are for EA. Welcome back to our Director of Netball, Rita Venermo. Currently back from Gibraltar. What were you doing over there?
So I am just back last week from Gibraltar. I was umpiring at the U17 European Netball Championships.
How many games did you actually do when you were there?
I umpired 3 games, 1 on each of the days, and reserved another 3. So I spent about 6 hours in a sports hall every day.
And what team eventually went on to win it?
England won. But Scotland were in the final. They were in the gold medal match. But England did.
Tell us something that perhaps a lot of people in school don't know about you.
So I am originally from Finland. I grew up in England, down south in Kent, but have strong ties to Finland, where there is no netball, so I guess I'm in the right place. And I've been in Edinburgh for a while now. And my fun fact that I always say is my surname is completely made up. I'm the second generation Venermo, so there is no other Rita Venermo in the world.
That is a great fun fact.
Let's go with that.
Other than netball, obviously we know that's your top main sport.
Mm-hmm.
What are your other top sports? You don't necessarily have to rank them, just what are your other top sports?
I am one of those people who, maybe it's competitive, maybe that's the word, but I will have a go at playing anything. I'll get involved in anything. I love watching rugby and tennis. Mostly women's sport. I'm a big advocate for women's sport. Big supporter.
Obviously, netball umpiring is something, a passion of yours. Mm-hmm. What kind of advice would you give to any student about your career path, the first steps that it's taken you to get to where you are?
It's a lot of hard work, a lot of time spent in sports halls and travelling to and from venues. I suppose my journey started nearly 10 years ago, and with umpiring you work your way through the qualifications. I am at the highest level domestically that you can be, and then the next would be being internationally talent identified. So that's a big jump up from where I'm at, but who knows, maybe I'll get there. My biggest advice is that you have to believe in yourself. It's a completely independent gig. I have a co-umpire that I work with, but being out there, being physically fit, mentally ready, knowing my protocols, knowing the rules, and making those decisions, of which in a match there are thousands of, it's all on me. So I need to be in the right place for that. So that's my biggest advice to someone would be, you're in it for you do it for yourself, but believe in yourself as well. And celebrate the wins.
When you're umpiring, is there a type of behaviour or type of incident that kind of gets you frustrated that you've got to control?
Yes, I would say intentionally infringing. So obviously in the heat of the game, 14 players in a confined space, all trying to win the ball, and players sometimes let that intensity get the better of them and would intentionally infringe and break the rules. Luckily, they're within those rules, there are tools that an umpire can use to kind of nip that in the bud, but that's very much when the facial expression from the school teacher has to come out and say that that's not on. So yeah, it's not part of the spirit of the game, so I don't like it when they do that.
And when umpiring in these kind of big matches, big tournaments, how do you kind of stay mentally and emotionally resilient? Because there's obviously going to be players there that are trying to get you to their way of thinking and making sure that they win. How do you cope with that?
What I tell myself is, if I get through the full 60 minutes of the match and players don't really notice that I'm there, then that's a win. That means I have made mostly correct decisions. I've kept the tempers and the tensions on court under check, but still allowing them to contest and have a competitive game. So emotionally, it would be myself being in the best possible frame of mind going in, and treating every decision as an individual one, because I will get things wrong. Everyone gets things wrong. Even international umpires get things wrong. We see it out on the TV, but you have so many more opportunities to get more correct decisions, and the ball is thrown at least once every 3 seconds. So every time that happens, there's all those decisions to make. So let it go, move on to the next.
So 18 months here at EA, seen the netball program developing lots of different ways. What's, say, the next 18 months, 3-5 years looking like?
Exciting.
Good.
Yeah. I was delighted to come on board 18 months ago when the netball program was slowly building. We were starting to get a few more numbers, but this past academic year, we've seen the biggest numbers in netball that EA has ever seen. We have competed strongly in a good amount of matches, and what I'm looking to build on over the next year is just cementing those squads that we have, and looking at our guides and seconds to become EA's first performance squad, where we can hopefully progress and compete on the national stage.
Brilliant, looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Cup finals, here we go.
Here we go. See you there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.